My good ladies, fine gentlemen and children of all ages, I'm about to present to you my frontier gibberish and unabashedly dash, a multitude of platitudes surrounding the greatest, I repeat, the greatest cure-all tonic ever presented to mankind anywhere, any place in this entire universe. A tonic that cures anything and everything of all things, so walk, talk, crawl, or fly. A tonic totally guaranteed to restore the vim and vigor to your body, to that of your youth, and a tonic which will help prevent any cataclysmic events, should they come your way. My friends, indeed it's the greatest of honors and the highest of privileges for me to come before this most esteemed group assembled here this evening and introduce myself to you. I am Dr. Theodore Rasputin Quigley. Not the first, not the second, but the third. And I'm here, my friends, to bring you word about Dr. Quigley's Cure-All Tonic. Why, this is perpetual health in the bottle. A tonic so powerful that even if you're thinking about getting an ailment or affliction, it'll cure you of that ailment or affliction before you even get it. Who exactly that silk cloth? You just pass it forward. Kind of pass it forward. Did you have to blow your nose in it?
No, I did not.
Did anybody blow?
Would you like me to?
I think,
You know, one of the finer things in life is blowing your nose in a silk cloth. In fact, I did on this one about 20 minutes before the show started. I want you to think of the silk cloth as an affliction. Think of my fist as a vase. We're going to put the affliction into the vase, making sure we get it all down to the bottom of the vase. And we just add a couple drops of this most powerful tonic. Oops. A couple more. Put the top on it, shake it off, and instantaneously it's gone. Why, my tonic is so powerful, cures everything from prickly heat to... Well, let me briefly stop here, because I hope you will not get the impression that I am deliberately standing up here to insult you all. We are all here friends tonight. You know I'm just trying to help you, so I hope you won't get hostile with me, but, well, here it goes. My tonic is so powerful, it cures everything from prickly heat to stinky feet. And we can all hope for two things here today: a strong, continuous breeze to this place, and that this particular group buys plenty of Dr. Quigley's Cure-All Tonic. Why, my tonic solves all problems of stinky feet for up to 1 year. You want it to wash your feet, change your socks, or air out your shoes during that entire year. Why, a lady yelled out to me, "Dr. Quigley, Dr. Quigley." My friends, I don't know why it is, but everywhere I go, people scream out with such great enthusiasm, "Dr. Quigley, Dr. Quigley." Let me hear you try it.
Dr. Quigley, Dr. Quigley.
A little more enthusiasm.
Dr. Quigley, Dr. Quigley.
She went on, that's very good. See, repetition is great. She went on to say, she said, if she didn't change her socks for a year, how about all the holes she get in her socks? I told him, no problem, all man, because when you buy my tonic, you receive our carefully outlined procedures on how to cut those holes out of your socks. My tonic also cures everything from nagging heartburn to nagging husbands, wife, children, in-laws, and that ever-present unwanted neighbor. As I travel amongst the great populace of this country of ours, what do people scream out to me? They go on to say, how did you happen upon Adventure Great Tonic? And then they sarcastically throw in, do you actually use it yourself? Well, my friends, many years ago, as cowboy in the Great American Plains, as you can see, I severely injured my left hand. I had difficulty moving, my fingers, my thumb, my hand, and stuff. I did not want to go through life and injured.
Wrong hand.
I'm sorry, left hand. So I went off to a great institution of higher learning, Northern Texarkana College, where I studied medicine, and thereupon I invented my Great Tonic. And I discovered a great tonic precisely at the same time each and every day. For the following 24 hours, I'd have complete use again of my injured left hand. Now yesterday I was so busy selling my tonic that I just plumb clean forgot to drink it. If I see by the clock on the wall over here, this is the exact time I'm going to drink my tonic. So you, assembled here today, are going to get a complete live demonstration to see just exactly how powerful my tonic is. Pardon me while I indulge. So refreshing. So smooth. So satisfying. So powerful. It's so powerful it completely restores use to my injured left hand. Think if it restores use to my injured left hand, think what it can do for you. Why, an elderly gentleman who had a difficult time walking for years bought my tonic, and just a mere 12 days later, my friends, that's so important, just a short 12 days later, he sold all his horse and carriage wagons. Now he runs everywhere he goes. Why, nobody can catch him. He outran the steam engine last week. He ran clear across the states of Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri, without stopping except for an occasional drink of Dr. Quigley's Cure All Time. Two gentlemen attended my show once. One was toothless, the other one was blind. They both bought my tonic. A short time later, the toothless man got the job as the lead candy tester at a Hard Rock Candy Company. The blind man became internationally famous because then he could guide lost blind cats home during the middle of the night. Now, my friends, as you can well imagine, the demand upon my time and for Dr. Quigley's Cure-All Tonic is so great, it's highly likely I shall ever pass through this way again. So in the great likelihood I shall never be back this way again, I'm going to offer you my tonic at the special bargain price of just $1 a bottle, or $39.95 for a case of 12 ounce. I see some of you are a little bit slow and back too. You must have come from Norway, but nevertheless, I'm going to offer my tonic at the special bargain price of just $1 a bottle, or $39.95 for a case of 12 bottles. Now remember, this is the most powerful tonic. I remember, but I should tell you, don't feel bad if you're slow in math, because I was terrible in math. I remember my teacher got me up in front of the school class one day and said, Quigley, get up here. She said, in your pants pocket, one pocket you have $14.15, the other one $9.37. What's the total amount of money you would have? I didn't have the foggiest idea what the answer is. I crawled on the floor of my boot a little bit and I said, well, ma'am, I reckon I'd have someone else's pants on. She said, well, Quigley, that's not funny. Let's try something a little bit easier for you. Something that you might be successfully answer. She said if she had 2 pinion nuts in this fist and 1 pinion nut in this fist, what would she have? Now I calculated forward, backwards, up and down, left and right. I thought she might have 3 pinion nuts, but I wasn't quite sure. So I finally sheepishly said, ma'am, would you have 3 pinion nuts? And she said, Quigley, I'm sorry, that's the incorrect answer. What you'd have is a difference of opinion. But nevertheless, my friends, let me recommend that you buy a bottle. No, buy a case. Buy a case of Dr. Quigley's Cure-All Tonic. Yourself, your neighbors, your friends and neighbors. This is the most powerful tonic ever. Many years ago, I was doing a show. And the entire front row was taken up of this wonderful group of grandmothers. And one of those fine ladies was sitting in front of me, holding her frog in her lap. Now, admittedly, it's not every day I do a show, and a lady sitting right in front of me holding a frog in her lap. So I had no choice. I had to stop the show out of curiosity. I said, ma'am, how come you're holding that frog? She went on to say when she found the frog, she picked up the frog spoke to her. The frog said if she'd kiss him, he'd turn into a handsome prince. I said, well, ma'am, how can you really kiss the frog? She said, well, at my age, I think I'm just better off with a talking frog. I said, no, ma'am, buy my tonic and I will guarantee you kiss the frog. She did, and today she and her prince just completed the 3rd trip around the world, accompanied by the 10 youthful children. That's how powerful my tonic is. Let's see here. A man came up to me before the show started. What did you yell out to me? You yelled out, Dr. Quigley, Dr. Quigley.
Dr. Quigley, Dr.
He went on to tell me, pull up your sign, show him, that he's went through his entire life with absolutely zero, none whatsoever blood pressure. Would my tonic possibly help him? I said, absolutely, sir. My tonic cures everything from no blood pressure to high blood pressure. From eye disorders, kidney disorders, sore feet, soft brains, laziness to sleepiness, ingrown nails, facial hairs, corns, blisters, boils, baldness, toxic poisoning, low iron, no iron, too much iron, gold fever, hay fever, horse fever, low fever, scarlet fever, spring fever, typhoid fever, valley fever, yellow fever, every fever known to mankind, including Texas fever. You got backside problems that'll cure that, front side problems that'll cure that, top side problems that'll cure that, bottom side problems that'll clear that. Flat feet, round feet, no feet at all, some memory, no memory, too much memory, cures all problems surrounding nervous stability brought on by the indiscretion of youth, and last but not least, it will increase the molecular power of your brain by 1,057 3/4 times, totally 100% guaranteed. This fine gentleman right up here came up to me. What did you yell out?
Dr. Quigley.
He went on to tell me that he doesn't know why, but all his life he wanted to be a pirate. Did my tonic have magical properties? I said, absolutely, sir. He bought my tonic, had a drink it down. Then I had to take a green back dollar, roll it up like you would a cigarette, but not to lick the edges. Why? Because we don't want to create a run on a treasury. Stick it in your ear, or kind of. What do we got here? A buccaneer. That's how powerful my tonic is. This fine lady right here came all excited. What did you yell out?
Dr. Quigley, Dr. Quigley.
Very good. For that, you get a sarsaparilla. She went on, she was all excited. She said, do you remember recognizing me? And I had to tell her, no, I do see hundreds of people each and every day as I travel around the country. But she said about a year and a half ago, she came up to my show in Ponca City. She said, as you can see, I'm known as the giant lady. I'm 8 feet 4 inches tall and have a terrible complex because I look down upon everybody. Well, my tonic helps me shrink back down to normal size. I said, absolutely, buy 2 bottles of my tonic, simultaneously follow the easy-read page instructions. Drink it 3 times a day, every other day when the sun is shining. If it's cloudy, skip the 3rd day and only drink between 4 and 5 p.m. If it's a nice warm day, you drink it on Sunday, only be at 6 o'clock. She followed the easy-read page instructions. Stand up for us, please.
It works.
As you can see, it shrunk her back down to normal size. She no longer needs a giant pain. That's how far we're This fine lady right back there, what did she yell out?
Dr. Quigley! Dr. Quigley!
Yes, we get one too. Maybe you get a taste of that. She went on to say that all her life she wanted to be, have beautiful strawberry blonde hair. Would my tonic help? I said, absolutely. I had to take a bottle of my tonic, add in not 1 but 2 heaping tablespoons of dried buffalo blood. Mix it all up, drink the whole bottle down within 1 setting. Within days, her head started sprouting the most gorgeous, natural, curly strawberry blonde hair the world's ever seen. It grew faster than grass in the springtime. She had to prove 2 or 3 times a day to keep it in order. That's how powerful my tonic is. Now, my friends, I am not like the country bumpkin who was a fool's fool and was a habitual tin horn who had fallen off a wagon. And then for fortune went around hooping and howling and lecturing any group he could gather him up to tell him about a tonic he was using, even though he knew it was totally useless. My friends, I'd never ever hoodwink you that way, or would ever stoop to such a low order in order to get you by my tonic. But I ain't pig-headed. I do have my fine reputation to uphold, and as a God-fearing, fit, and proper gentleman, I just ain't traveling down that devil's path in order to get you by my tonic. However, I reckon as a good doctor of science, I'm duty-bound to go out amongst the populace and spread the word about my great tonic. For instance, I came before this group here today, and I presented to you a totally honest and completely truthful medicine show about all the wonderments of my great tonic. You saw it made affliction disappear. I've completely restored use to my injured left hand. You heard what it can do for the man with no blood pressure. What it did for the pirate man. What it did for the miraculous story about the giant lady. The great story about the strawberry blonde hair lady. And of course you heard the most charming story about the frog lady. I asked you. Well, today I'm just going to include, in all the entire universe, is there any other greater tonic than Dr. Quigley's? No. Oh, wait a minute here. Yes, sir, Bob, I'll be a mule skinny polecat, and I do declare sure to be a rattlesnake's uncle, because like a thundering herd of wild horses, I would have thought I'd hear all no's, but I did hear some yeses. And I hope I haven't been standing up here poking holes in the air with the gab fest, or that you've been getting the notion what you've been hearing is mendastic, or you've been spending your time here foolhardily. But wait. I must take pause here because I know there's a simple exercise that we may try here today to find out what's wrong with maybe some of you, but I can't seem to recall what it is. Just, may I have your patience, please? No, that ain't it. That ain't it either. Huh. I can't seem to recall, but just a minute. Ah, yes, it's come to me now. It's come to me. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Great Scott, I'll be dadgum Tommy Toot and Jum Jesus Fred, name me for a sheepstein, the son of a trade. So from now on, for all the rest of my days, may I be nothing more than a ringtail sidewagger. And because you all forgot my name already. So it looks like all you can use plenty of my Dr. Quigley's here all the time. The line forms right here to the right. Dr. Theodore Rasputin Quigley III, honorably at your service. And that's what you
They're like a costume. They're not a book. They're a costume. Yeah, you can get costumes cheaper.
Yeah, see, I'm in my third.
It was first sung in public on Sitten Mai, 1864. We'll have 4 more opportunities this evening to sing together. Our program consists of 4 sets or pairs of songs, and each one ends with a group sing. We're going to continue now with a wonderful love song to Norway, Norge mitt Norge. In the second verse, the poet says, "When days pass and the evening shadows my brow, then teach me to fade to Norway, my mother, and give me a bed in your sacred soil when summer departs the land." A second song has a familiar Welsh melody and is called Marching On. And then we'll ask you to join us in Oscar Hadde's song to his lover and Nidelven, the beautiful Need River. We'll begin with the verse when we sing that. That's the part that begins Langt I det fjerne bak, and then we'll sing the refrain twice.
Sancho.
Oh, he doesn't look like Sancho to me.
Yeah, he's too tall.
And too blonde.
Yeah, he looks more like a Norwegian.
More like a Norwegian?
Yeah. More like a Norwegian.
And servants of sin, all your dastard.
Two selections of a more spiritual nature now. The first, I am told, is Swedish. Don't ask me how it got on the program for a Sons of Norway event, but it's a lovely hymn. Fader i himlen, Father in heaven, I want to praise, glorify, and honor your name. You are almighty, you created our world, you are love, you are peace, and we thank you for our salvation. The second is in English, and I call it our Greek chorus fire drill, as Mark joins Linda Johnson on the piano. Linda Sfano comes forward to direct, and Brian Jermo steps forward with the opening solo. I'm going to sing when the Spirit says sing. Concluding this set is another group song, Per Spellman. And for those of you, if this is your first encounter with the song, at least in our copies, the first line is repeated twice, and the second line is repeated twice before we go on to the last line.
My wife was hinting about what she wanted for her upcoming anniversary.
And she said, I want something shiny that goes from 0 to 180 in about 3 seconds.
So I bought her a bathroom scale. A wife was standing nude looking in the bedroom mirror. She's not happy with what she sees, and she says to me,
I feel horrible. I look old and fat and ugly. I really need to have you pay me a compliment.
I replied, your eyesight's nearly perfect. As Norway and many of our friends here in the United States celebrated the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Constitution of Norway this past 7 Mai, it provided many opportunities for us to learn more about that time period.
We hope that many of you took time to view the bicentennial poster display that was hung in the upper pre-function area. And thank you again to Linda Pedersen for bringing it down from Minneapolis for our event.
At this time, the children of Nordalyset are going to be reenacting the signing of the Norwegian Constitution, which took place at Eidsvoll 200 years ago. The youth are between 10 and 15 years of age and have been active members of the Nordalyset Lodge in Racine, Wisconsin. The children built and designed the set for tonight's banquet.
The costumes were designed by Diane Pelichek, and Meta Barron will be the narrator. The project was coordinated by Michaela Decker. Youth involved include Carlin Barron, Kaya Barron, Caleb Heinrichsen, Robert Decker, Bryce Jones, Morgan Patch, Megan Patch, Lucia DeBernardini, and Emma Bryant. And I want you to enjoy the youth, which is the youth of, or the future of our organization, but the youth of Nordalyset Lodge.
God kväll. We meet here tonight to celebrate an event that happened at Eidsvoll 200 years ago. We are assisted by the children from Nordalyset Lodge in Racine, Wisconsin.
My name is Carsten Anker, and I am upset and very angry. I'm tired of being the spoils of war between France, Denmark, and Sweden. My friends, we must do something. I want more than anything for Norway to belong only to itself, to answer only to its citizens, to never again be treated like we are nothing, to be able to have our own fate, to be independent. As we gather, know that we are farmers and landowners, businessmen, clergymen, and public officials. We are Norway, and we will be heard. There's an independence movement underway as we speak, which will give us our very own constitution. Many of you know my friend, Prince Christian Frederick of Denmark. He has assured us that he will assist us in any way in writing and enacting this document. As we meet again to build towards our future, we must remain strong to ensure our success. Guten Tag, Johan. How are things going today?
Carl, I think we're getting closer to finishing the Constitution.
I hope so. Some of us have been here since April working on it. We should be finished soon.
Yeah, and it's about time. America got theirs rather quickly after their Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, and even France has a constitution after Napoleon's victory.
In our Constitution, when we finished it, that will ensure that we are In our Constitution, when we finished it, that will ensure that we are independent and we will not belong to Denmark, Sweden, or any other country ever.
Look, here comes Prince Christian Frederick. Let's go to the Eidsvoll House and get started.
Good morning, Eidsvollmen. We have been working together for several months now to ensure that you will have a document that ensures you will have a constitutional hereditary monarchy, which has long been your desire. You wish to name your own monarch and you feel that you should determine your own domestic policies. Is this so?
Yeah.
You want to be a free, independent, and indivisible country?
Yeah.
And you wish the title of monarch to be changed from regent to king? And you have asked that I accept this role.
Yeah. We and monarch. Yeah, Annie.
If you feel that the Constitution is ready for signing, then please, each of you, come up and append your signature to the document.
The real cause for all this celebration is democracy itself. It gives me hope to see what happened here in 1814, United says, talking about present-day struggles for democracy around the world. They call this the Year of Miracles, and if a miracle can happen here in 1814, there should be hope for the world in 2014.
Please, each of you, stand up. Let us form the fraternal. Let us join hands and form the fraternal chain.
The fraternal chain is a symbol of everlasting friendships. Union of our hands signifying union of our hearts, aims, and efforts. Our noble ancestors, when they finished their historic path of drafting the Norwegian Constitution at Eidsvoll on the 17th of May, 1814, pledged each other unity and fidelity until the Dovre Mountains should fall. So the circle surrounding us signifies that we, in our endeavors within Sons of Norway, shall stand united and true until Dovre falls.
United and true until Dovre falls.
Ja, vi älskar detta namnet som jag stiger fram. Förlaget över vannet med 1000 hem. Älskar dig och tänker och må. Och den sagan som säger
thank all of you who have signed the Constitution. For those of you who haven't, please take a moment to sign it in the hallway on your way out. Thank you. Tusen tack.